Imagine standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon, but instead of looking down a mile, you're staring into a 5-mile-deep abyss that stretches across the entire planet. Welcome to Paradox Labs, and this is what would happen if we drained all the water from the world's oceans. First, let's talk about what we'd actually see. The ocean floor isn't flat. It's more dramatic than anything on land. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge, an underwater mountain range, would tower above the exposed seabed, running like a massive scar from Iceland to Antarctica. You'd see underwater volcanoes, canyons that make the Grand Canyon look tiny, and the Mariana Trench, a gash in the Earth's crust almost 7 miles deep. Standing at the bottom would put you deeper underground than Mount Everest is tall. But here's what gets really weird. We'd finally see thousands of shipwrecks scattered across the ocean floor like a graveyard of human history. The Titanic, Spanish galleons filled with gold, entire fleets from World War II, all sitting there exposed for the first time in decades or centuries. Now, the bad news. Actually, scratch that. The apocalyptic news. Without oceans, Earth's water cycle completely collapses. No evaporation means no rain. None. Every river dries up within weeks. Every lake vanishes. Crops die globally within a month. But you won't live long enough to starve, because there's a much faster killer coming. Oxygen. About 50 to 80% of Earth's oxygen comes from phytoplankton in the ocean. These microscopic organisms produce more oxygen than all the rainforests combined. Without water, they all die instantly. The oxygen in our atmosphere would start depleting immediately, and within a few years, it would drop to levels that make breathing impossible for most complex life. But wait, it gets worse. The oceans regulate Earth's temperature by absorbing heat during the day and releasing it at night. Without this massive thermal buffer, temperatures would swing wildly. Coastal areas that were once mild would experience scorching 120-degree days and freezing nights dropping below zero. Inland areas would become completely uninhabitable deserts where daytime temperatures could rival Death Valley. The poles would heat up rapidly without cold ocean currents, melting any remaining ice and disrupting what little climate stability we had left. Hurricanes, which form over warm ocean water, would stop entirely. But that's hardly a win when everything else is ending. Here's the most terrifying part. We often think of land as our home, and the ocean as just that watery part. But the reality is, the ocean covers 71% of Earth's surface and contains 97% of all water on the planet. It's not just a feature of Earth, it is Earth. Without the oceans, our planet would look more like Mars than the blue marble we know. The exposed ocean basins would be dusty, barren wastelands. The air would be toxic. The temperature would be lethal. And any surviving humans would be living in pressurized bundles, desperately trying to generate oxygen artificially while watching the last ecosystems collapse. So what would really happen if we drained the oceans? Simple. Earth wouldn't be Earth anymore. It would be a dead rock hurtling through space, a cautionary tale about what happens when you remove the very thing that makes a planet livable. The ocean isn't just water. It's the reason we exist at all.